Greetings. Hello, everyone. I am Cecilia, and I wanted to just jump on tonight on this galactic activation portal date of September 9th, 2020, 09/09/2020. And I pulled some cards from the Soul's Journey lesson cards. And funny enough, forgiveness popped out again. Every time I shuffle these cards, they pop. Forgiveness pops out. But also we have perseverance as well. So I'll read that later. But I just wanted you to see that. And tonight in particular, I wanted to pop on because since September 2nd, I believe, up until probably September 27th, which is practically the whole month, we are getting hit with some powerful light photons or light codes to help usher in our new earth, and also to help us anchor in and align more with Gaia and just get a little more light in our lives. And I started thinking of the young man who passed away, Chadwick Boseman, and how, how young he was, and the fact that he did a lot in a short amount of time that he was here on this planet, and just really how he shined his light. And, this moment of clarity, which has come to me plenty times in the past, but in particular, especially at a time like that, just reminded me that we need to, as, light beings and humans on this planet, remember to anchor in our light. One of my grandmother's favorite songs was "This Little Light of Mine, I'm Gonna Let It Shine." Not even gonna try to sing it because my voice is just gravelly right now. And then also the vision came to me. I don't know if it was a third eye vision or what, but it just came to me. The part in Harry Potter where everyone collectively held their wands up when Dumbledore died or was murdered. And they collectively held their wands were lit with light, and they all, one by one, held up their wands to the sky and shine light, in the face of darkness, in the face of evil. They all collectively came together and did that. And then I also thought of a song that came to me clairvoyantly or clairaudiently. Light will overcome the darkness. The universal law has taught this. Infinite peace, infinite bliss, infinite light will prevail. And that's by Fertile Ground, Navasha Daya. I think it's Navasha Daya. Anyway, Fertile Ground, you can find them on YouTube as well. And they have some beautiful awakening light music there for you to listen to. But all these songs about light and images of light started flowing into me as I was going through my grief over the gentle, quiet passing of someone who we all considered a hero or a king, and I started writing. Like, I found this children's book that I really love called All About Light. And as I began to read it, I wrote down some things, but I also started just having thoughts of my own. And I just want to kind of read a little bit of what I was thinking. That light makes life possible. And without light, the world would be dark. Light is a form of energy that we literally can see. So it comes in many forms, but we can see the light because we can see that form of energy called light. Okay? Light literally travels through space to our planet Earth. Okay? And so if it travels through space, then that means light can literally travel through you, a human being, right? And that makes you light as well. Okay? Most of our light comes from the sun, and we have to remember that the sun is literally a star. So if the sun is a star and the light comes through the sun through to us, then we are star seeds. We are light beings. So just to break down what a light being or a star seed is, we are the sun, we are the light. Okay? That's what we carry within us as human beings on this planet. So we're star seeds and we're light beings. And when you vibrate on that frequency, then you match the earth and the universe's frequency, the vibration. So they talked a little bit about light and how when it's bounced back, it's called reflected light. Like when reflected light enters your eyes, they send out electrical signals that travel to your brain, which transfers the signals into words, images, and anything else that we could be looking at, right? So that's why it's important to to look at things or view things that are pleasant and pleasing to your spirit, because of those electrical signals that bounce back out from your brain. Okay? So feed your mind things that are healthy and that are light and that are positive, so that you can have these positive images reflect back. Light that is not reflected is transparent, like clear glass or water or air. And that still makes us the same, because we hold water and oxygen in our bodies, right? So we're reflected light, we're transparent light, we're all forms of light. Then we have the translucent light, which is like plastic or clouds or frosted glasses. We are that too. We are reflected light, transparent light, and we are translucent light. And then we have opaque objects such as wood or metal or cardboard. And they say that no light passes through these things, but I beg to differ, because wood is literally trees, right? So light has to, if not pass through it, it definitely reflects upon it. So light does something with trees too, with wood, with metal objects. It heats it up. So without light, we just are dark. We have nothing going on here, right? So in essence, I believe us, all of us, we could do with, and not trying to tell anyone how to live their lives, not me, because, my ego wouldn't even allow me to do that. But I think when we can find our light within and then once we find the light within ourselves, it's going to start to cast shadows, just like this object, this Buddha is casting a shadow on my blinds, right? So once those shadows reveal our true feelings or the reasons behind our actions or the why of our reality, some of it may not be beautiful. It could be distorted. It's not going to be pretty and viewed through these rose-colored glasses that we put on daily just to get by in life. You know what I'm saying? When your shadow is revealed, that's something you got to work on so that you can just reflect light. You know what I'm saying? I think when we find the light within and work through the shadows, then the darkness that causes us to ego trip and to cast stones against others without the realization that the very stones we cast are but reflections of what is within ourselves. When we get frustrated and triggered and go off on tangents and rants and, you know, ridicule others and, you know, make people feel bad about who they are because they might make a mistake or, you know, things like that. I just really believe those are reflections. We're angry or we are triggered or whatever because we see ourselves in that. It's like a reflection of what's going on within you, that reflected light. You know what I'm saying? It's bouncing back. That imagery, those words, or whatever it is that we are fighting against is bouncing back. So, you know, we have to be very cautious of that. But it doesn't mean that you should be afraid to walk through that shadow or walk through that dark night of the soul and begin that healing process so that your light can definitely shine. You know, I think that's important. So, if we take the time to find our light within every morning and every night, every day, and combine and integrate our collective light, we can literally overcome the darkness and create balance on our beautiful planet, on Mother Gaia, on Mother Earth, Asasaya. You know, instead of wasting time. So my question tonight, which if you don't see it tonight, you might see it tomorrow, is how will you shine your light today? Will you waste time arguing, ranting, raving, you know? How will you shine your light today and every day? How will you use your energy to shine your light today and every day? Just like our king, our hero, that, you know, the people that we have lost this year, last year, we've lost some very beautiful people who brought some great energy into our planet. And they got in good trouble. They played basketball. They started schools. They played heroes on film. They used their lives every day in every way possible to shine their light. They didn't use their lives to create agony and frustration, and they used their lives to uplift and to shine their light collectively, just like that scene in Harry Potter, so that they could come together and fight the good fight. All right? So, with that being said, I want, you know, if you can, just remember that you are monadic plasmic diamond light, and you're sparkling and shining ever so bright. You are not who you see every day when you look in the mirror necessarily. You have a light within you, and you have to learn. We have to learn. We have lights within us, and we have to learn to allow that light to shine through every day as much as possible, so that when you shine your light, it becomes a bigger, brighter light. And it just flows through not only us collectively, but our planet, our universe. Shine your light so bright that it can be seen from way out past Pluto. So, anyway, I'm going to read. So I just thank you for allowing me to say that, because I felt like it needed to be said. I've been loving light all my life. And now that I found my light within, I'm working on shining it every day in every way possible. I try not to waste too much time, you know, on social media platforms with ignorance. Because I know that there's bigger and better things going on in the universe that we can all be working towards to make life better on our planet. So I'm going to read the first card tonight on our 9/9/2020 Galactic Activation Portal today. Forgiveness is already opened up in my book, because every time I pull the Soul's Journeys lesson cards, it comes out. So that must mean that we still have to learn as a collective society to forgive. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. You can never flow with your natural energy of love unless you release the negative energy of hate, anger, intolerance, or blame. Every soul in your path has free will, and you have no control over that. What you do have control over is how you react to the manifestations of others' free will. Holding on to that negative energy will strengthen karmic cycles, and forgiveness can break the pattern. The most important person you must learn to forgive is always yourself. Blaming yourself for failures blocks the natural flow of love, which will attract all good things into your life. I see a lot of that on our social media platforms. Just blocking the love. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. As a soul, you are on a mission in this physical dimension. You are the only one who knows the correct path to take. Your intuition, your connection to spirit, is your compass. You have the power to stay the course, and you are stronger and more determined than you might first think. In order to experience many successes in life, you must mature and realize the strength within yourself and the quality of inner courage. Life doesn't just happen. We must make it happen. It is natural for us in this human school to shy away from what we believe to be difficult, because we concern ourselves with how others will perceive us. We are afraid of failure, ridicule, or coming up short. Now is the time to make the proper changes and take risks and do things you never thought you could before. Your soul must learn to become aware of its inner strength. Live the joyfulness your soul yearns for, and engage in activities you have always wanted to try but were afraid you fail at. Your soul would not yearn for something that you couldn't accomplish. You have the strength and fortitude to be capable of greatness. So, look at the beautiful artwork on the cards. The geometric patterns. So, anyway, I'll probably entitle this one The Light. Because I think, you know, the light photons that are coming through the sun are waking us up more and more every day. I believe that it's showing us, you know, a reflection of ourselves so that we can heal not only ourselves, but this planet that we live on. Don't be afraid to shine your light, no matter what. Even if you think someone's going to laugh at you, talk about you, whatever. You know how hard it was for me to come on this platform and do this? Knowing the community that I come from, who would never admit to the fact that a lot of them like oracle cards, or, you know, or admit to the fact that we can use other tools in life outside of some of the African-centered things that we do to help guide us, give us clarity, and find answers for our lives. But I do it because this is who I am, and I'm not afraid. I'm good. So I so appreciate you taking the time to listen tonight, and I hope this wasn't too long. Take time to do what makes your soul happy. Be happy, be light, be love. If it doesn't resonate, let it dissipate. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And have a great evening. Namaste.